Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly general reading. So, as promised last week, I did say Santa hat, maybe. Decided to go with reindeer antlers. I was going shopping for work today and we were in the Christmas section in Coles. I was with Dorita and I was just saw the reindeer antlers. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wear antlers in my reading tonight. So, Merry Christmas, guys. When this actual reading comes out, the end of this reading is actually like 2 days before Christmas, so which is exciting. So yes, very exciting times. Christmas spirit. I do love Christmas. Anyway, so this reading here is from December 17th to December 23rd, and we have got 6 major arcana cards. It's just crazy. This is massive what we're going through right now with this one here. They've given me more clarification on last week's one as we are still going through the same period in our life. So what they've done here, which I'm really happy with, they've given more clarification on that, which is aces. So we have renewal card again, and that's major arcana, and then we've also got another major arcana, destiny, number 10, which is in the traditional tarot deck. It is the Wheel of Fortune. And the next card, 2 of air, another major arcana, light, and that in the traditional tarot deck is the sun, happiest card you can get. And then we have ace of water and major arcana, number 14, patience, and that's temperance in the traditional tarot deck. And another major arcana, magician, and I can't remember if it was last week or the week before, but I know we've been getting this one. This one's been popping up as well. And the clarifier for this one, spiritual union. And then lastly over here, 5 of water. And then we have rest and rejuvenation. Now I know we got this one last week. And this is kind of summing up the entire reading for me here too with these cards here. So we have transformation, which in the traditional tarot deck is death card. Now don't get scared. I know when people say like the death or devil, death is actually beautiful in the tarot deck because it's actually the death of an old way or an old you. Something that no longer served you is leaving and never ever to be repeating that cycle again. So that's really good to get. And then more clarification on that is movement, choices, and decisions. And with the red border here, this is in your physical world, so what you can manifest. So starting off with the renewal card here, it's actually more to do with, because renewal is just like you're at a crossroads. There's a decision here, a choice we need to make, and we just don't want to make this choice. We don't want to make this jump. I do understand it because I'm in it too, but and it's really major because we've got 6 major arcana cards, and the number 6 is to do with balance as well. And it's actually, once you make this leap, it's finding balance in this new world. That's what I'm kind of getting with it. But we are at a major crossroads in our life, and they're almost screaming at us, change, make the decision, do it. This is all to do with your transformation. I feel like this is way more to do with within us. As we've got the transformation, there's a death. It's either the death has happened, and it's like the death of old you, death of an old relationship in your life, or just something that was old, that no longer served you, that needed to die. It needed to leave. It was not serving you anymore. You had to change because you cannot live like that person or with that person anymore or be at that job. There is just something in your life that's majorly either you haven't decided to leave it yet or you have, which is like, hey, congratulations, son, happy times. But this is all to do with your destiny, your path through the number 10, Wheel of Fortune. It's a positive change once you make this change. This is all to do with your destiny here, with your life path, with whatever you want to do. The wheel, like the number 10 is also like a number of completion as well, which is like, with the death card. There's just something major ending in our lives right now, but it requires a decision from us. It requires a choice. We're not being handed this transformation. They're almost forcing it on us, because I know when I felt it too, when I'm feeling it, is when I wasn't making the decision, I felt horrible. I felt so sad. Watch because I'm moving to Canada, if you don't already know, so watch my diary log, I'm moving to Canada, because before I made that choice, I was incredibly unhappy. I've never been so unhappy in my life. And the thought of repeating the year that I just had sickened me to my stomach, and I just felt so unmotivated to do anything. And because I'm a Pisces, I feel quite deeply, and I couldn't live in that anymore. I felt inauthentic to myself, and I was heading into depression. I was heading into a major downturn. And when I made that decision for myself, I'm like, you know what? I cannot live like this anymore. I am not repeating next year. I am not doing that to myself. But this decision I make now is going to lift me to the next level. Decided to move to Canada. Ever since I decided to move to Canada, I've made all the moves in the visa pool and all that stuff, and contacting people I know. My life has changed. Literally, I feel like a new person. I feel like a human being. But connected to my spiritual self though. Like when I was going through that, I was disconnecting from myself, and it felt horrible because I didn't want to feel that pain. So what you do is you try and distance yourself from the pain and separate yourself from it. And that was disconnecting from my soul. And that was such a painful place to be in. And I don't know if that's exactly what you're going through here. It's whatever resonates with you. But I don't know if you're feeling like that. You know what you need to do. I know what I needed to do. I needed to change. I needed to make a choice. You're at a crossroads right now, and it's time for you to take that leap and make a choice. You intuitively know where to go, because I knew it. We all know it. We all know within ourselves what is the next right step for us, and you have to change. You have to do this, otherwise you're just going to further disconnect from yourself, and later on you're going to look at your life with regret. This is a big crossroads we're going through here, and this is reflecting that. This two of air, you're unwilling to make a decision. You don't want to make this decision, and you could almost be in the state of, you might actually be pretending there is no problem. You might be actually, like I was, disconnecting from myself and pretending that I was okay. I was pretending that I was happy. I was laughing. I was just, pretending I was having a good time. And I was just like, it killed me to do that. And this might be what you guys are going through. And if it is, there is something in your life that you're presented with a choice here. You know what this choice is, or you know the choice is going to lift you out of this and lift you into the sun energy, because the energy you're residing in right now is so low, and it's bringing you down. And this is what they're promising you. Once you make this decision, once you leave that crossroads and decide on a path, the sun is going to shine on your choice. It's going to be, you're going to feel like a new person when you make this choice, because you have been living so inauthentically with this. And it's to do with, all this to do with your transformation. This is, we got, what is it? Yeah, 7 cards here, essentially in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. This is to do with your life path. It wasn't like this was, you'd made this happen to yourself. No, you're on the right path of this. But it's just you could have made the choice sooner, is what they're kind of saying here. Because the number 7 is a sign that you're on the right path. So don't think that it's just like, oh my God, I've brought this on myself. Essentially, you've brought this bad energy on yourself because you didn't need to get to this point in yourself to make this decision. They're just literally pushing you, and it's just like you're in a corner right now, and you just have to you have to find a way out of it. You have to crawl out of it. You have to jump out of it. You have to leap out of it. Get out of that corner. You're put in the corner right now of the energy, and it's just like, you don't need to live like this. You don't need to live like that anymore. You can get yourself out of there, but it requires you to stand in your power and stand your ground to do it. Because this is actually going to lead to a major new beginning with yourself, and it's going to be so beautiful when you do it. Oh, please just do it. There is a possibility of a relationship when you get out of this. When you make this decision and choice, there's a person that's actually coming in. And because we are got a spiritual union here, now this could be a love interest, this could be a business partnership, it could be actually you may be taking the next step in your business, and it's just but this next step actually required you to talk to someone and say hey, you're doing the same thing as me. Maybe we can combine our, business strategies and our business and actually grow together into this. It could be something like that. That could be this decision you need to make. And with this partnership, this is going to be beautiful, beautiful energy in this partnership. This is going to be really good, but there's going to be patience in setting this up. If you're setting up a business with someone, it's going to take patience. It's going to take time. But as a magician, this is a really new start to your project. It's a really great start, especially combining with people. It is really good to actually, what's the right word? Connect with other people. in a business sense, even in a relationship sense. This could be like you actually, like you may be becoming like for a vegan for all you know. So this decision may be actually to change your lifestyle and actually create a healthy lifestyle. I want to live healthy now. This is my next big thing. I've been so unhealthy for so long. Now I want to be healthy. This could introduce you to a whole new group of people that actually share that same endeavor with you, and you can grow together. It could be something like that. Once you make this decision here, once you make that leap, you attract those people, and you attract people that help you grow even further, because the universe goes, okay, so you have made this decision. You have made this decision to go be vegan. So, okay, she wants to be vegan. Maybe she wants to be surrounded by vegans. We'll send her a bunch of vegans, and then they can all grow together. Or we send her a mentor to help her on her new health journey. This is how the universe works. When you're in indecision mode like this, the universe doesn't know what to give you. They're just like, she's not making decisions. She's not going to A, she's not going to B, she's staying here. Like, what is she doing? Like, we don't know what to give her because she hasn't made a decision and she hasn't asked for it. You may need to ask for something in this. Ask something from the universe. Ask for a sign. What choice should I make here? Please give me a sign somehow. Tell me what choice I need to make. I need guidance. Then the universe can do its job and send the sign to you, because the universe is actually very clever. It sends signs to you that they know you will hear. So for instance, this really cool spiritual bloke, I think his name's Massim or something. I don't know, he's this really young bloke, but he is freaking hilarious. And he has this story. I'll quickly tell the story. So this was when he was in his like partying days kind of thing, and he was in the music business, and he was booking music jobs. And one of the music jobs, for some reason, I can't remember how, but it took him to this spiritual little retreat thingy here. I don't know, maybe they're doing a music thing for that. I can't remember that. But it was really funny because, you know, he really didn't want to go to this, because at this point he was partying, doing drugs, all that bad stuff. And it was really funny. He saw this really hot chick at a spiritual convention, and so he went to her. He was trying to get her phone number. He was just like, yeah, babe, kind of thing. And, you know, she was all spiritual and stuff, and it's like, okay, you need some work. I am not going near you. But she was talking about like the chakras and stuff, and she was at this chakra Bible stand, and she's actually suggested a book to him to read that was to do with all this chakra spirituality kind of stuff. And he's like, well, you know, why should she give me this book? I want a number. But he ended up getting the book and read the book, and that book set him on the path that he's on now. So that's what I mean. Like, at that point, his interest was women at that point, you know, drugs, sex, all that kind of stuff. So that's the way they sent him their message, was through a woman, because they knew he would actually go up to her. So make the decision here right now so they can give you that sign. They're going to give you the sign. Don't worry, you won't miss it. Be on the lookout for it, but trust me, they'll send it through someone, or somehow they'll send it to you, and they know you'll see it. If you're questioning this, you really don't know where to go, ask. But intuitively, you do know. But have patience with this new relationship that you're entering into. And this actually could be the relationship, English, sorry. This could also be the relationship with yourself. This could be it could be that. It could either be a person coming in, which I think it's that, but for other people, I think it's actually the relationship within yourself. Have patience during this time, because they are saying here, rest, and they said this last week. But also, this is also signifying the end in the relationship here too. But this major transformation requires you really to rest, to actually assimilate into this new energy field that you have now walked into. You need to get used to this new energy that you're in, and this new sense of self. I feel like because there's a death card here, we've had, or going to have, depending where you are in this, a major transformation, death, leaving. You're not going to see this old self within yourself, like, oh my god, I'm completely losing English. Help me, guys. Okay, let me start again. What's the right word? Okay, yeah, that's right. Once this happens, because you've been living in darkness essentially with this, once this decision happens, you'll see the light of why it's happened, why those people were around you, why you need to change also. But this light is you need to find the light almost too. I think that's in the signs they're going to be giving you. Where is your focus right now? What's your perception? Your perception is focusing on the negative and on the darkness. That's what I just feel like. I feel inky black darkness kind of around. And there's like a light at the end of the tunnel here, like in the darkness. And that's what you need to focus on, because that's your hope. And that's going to be, it's going to help you. That's going to be the sign for you to actually jump forward. It's really weird. It's just, I feel like it's a lot to do with your focus, where you're focusing right now. Your attention's not in the right place. This really needs to change for this new beginning. You can't kick back into this. This is what's dying. This is actually what's dying. This is why they've actually done this too. Because you're not seeing the light. Okay, sorry, I just kind of went off on a different tangent there. But this here, once this transformation happens, once you've made this choice, and once you've decided to actually look for the positive, actually look for the light, because just think about it. Marie Forleo talks about this. I've watched so many of these spiritual leaders, guys. You got to do it. It's so interesting. She said, because she took 7 years to build her online business, and she was, waiting tables, bartending, do all of that. And she said, I could have been miserable doing it while I was trying to start my online business, my life coaching business. She's like, I had the choice right now during those bartending hours or anything. She's like, I could go in there for those 8 hours and just dread it, hate it, be miserable. She's like, or I could go in there with the mindset of, this is helping me raise my business. I may not want to be here, but I'm going to make the most of being here. I'm going to be the best worker on the floor. And you know what she did? She was really smart. She would actually hand out business cards while she was like bartending, waitressing, all that stuff. And actually for a life coaching business, actually helped build it. You can use the situation now to help grow your business, but right now with this requires a big change in your mindset. There's something that's made you kick back. I know what it is. There's something that's disappointed you. There was a delay last week, I remember, and that delay could still be happening. And you could be focusing on that delay instead of, because you did have something to celebrate. I remember that, because I definitely, I shoot these the week before, and there's definitely been something to celebrate in this, and you're not in the right, you're not looking at it right. There's been a gift given to you, but it's not exactly what you wanted, and it's not happening fast enough for you too, and that's something that you really got to change. And that could be a big thing you need to kick here, is actually timelines. Do not set timelines. Trust Tani on this, because Tani does this too. You got to kick those timelines, because there is a lot of success around here and you really need to get out of those old habits, because they're not helping you. Just think about it. Are you happy right now? If you're not, change. You do not deserve to be unhappy. Nobody deserves to be unhappy. This choice here is going to actually have so much more moving forward in your physical world. The red border here is physical here, and it requires a decision from you. So it's just time to step up here. But we've got an ace, we've got number 1, 2 number 1s. This is kicking in a new beginning. It's really a lot to do with yourself too, but you are going to see this in your physical world. So anyway, big reading, guys. So I hope this helped you, especially around Christmas. Things always happen like this around Christmas, don't they? But anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support on my channel. You have no idea. I love you guys so much. It's just really... I think I've said this a few times before. If I can help even just one person, I'll be incredibly happy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel and share my videos around with your friends. Anyone else who's interested in tarot readings, please send them my channel. I'd really appreciate any help and your support you can give me with that too. And also, this is pretty much, going to be around Chrissy time, so Merry Christmas again. And I hope you guys are celebrating with family and friends and all that kind of stuff too. I'll be heading back home next week. Well, actually this week when this reading is out. So my next tarot reading will be at my mother and father's. So you get to see that place. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.